Hey guys, so this is video 4 out of 5 video series on the making of the 3D animal cell model, and today we are going to be showing you how to make the organelles of a cell. Anyway, let's get started. So, you'll need a 12-piece pack of plasticine. Just get all the colors. If you have plasticine, that's good, but I would get another pack just in case that you run out or something. Alright, so oh, right, one more thing. We are covering 7 organelles out of 9. The 2 we will not be covering are the nucleus and the nucleolus, because I made a video on that in the past. I'll put the links in the description below. So, the first one on our list is mitochondria. Now, for the mitochondria, as you can see, I made sort of an oval-shaped dark green color blob of plasticine and put a little squiggly plasticine line on it. So, just gonna open this up. There's not much dark green left, as you can see, but there's enough for one of these. So, just sort of get it into a kind of oval shape thing, and sort of it's a little difficult to work with at first, but once you get the hang of it, plasticine can be really easy. So that's roughly the shape. Now keep in mind that you are going to be pressing on them once they're made, because it just makes it look a little more less forced and a bit more natural or organic. Alright, so you got sort of the base there. Another quick tip is, to make it look good, make sure there aren't any cracks on the sides here. And try make it as flat as possible. So use your finger to squash it. And sort of oval shape. Kind of like that. So, and you get more green plasticine. And you need to stretch it out like that. Except it needs to be thinner. So, more stretching. And it should be roughly as thin as a fingernail once you get to that point. So, I'm just gonna keep rolling until it goes to the right thickness. Alright, let's leave it roughly like that. So, you start by putting it here, and go like that, go like that. You see what I'm doing? Except try to keep a little more together. I think I already made it too thick, but that's a mistake you won't make. So, I didn't use enough, so we'll add in a little more. And attach it here. And keep going. As I said before, try to make sure there aren't any cracks in it. I made that mistake right now. There's cracks in the plasticine. It looks kind of forced and roughly put together. As you can see, the first time I didn't was more smooth, and maybe wet the plasticine a little before you use it. That helps a little. So you get it something like that. It's not exactly the same, but that's basically how to do it. Like that. Actually, now that I look at it, the cracks kind of give it a little bit of a natural kind of thing. But anyway, the next one on our list is the endoplasmic reticulum. So that's this organ right here. Organelle right here. Now there are 2 parts to this organelle. The smooth, which is this spot, and the rough, which is the one with the ribosomes on it. So, what you do is you get this color plasticine, roughly. You can use whatever color you like. I use this color plasticine. And you need to roll it out. Again, very thin. And no to minimal cracks. So, just stretch it out until it gets to a certain thickness, like with the mitochondria. Keep flattening it out. So you basically just keep rolling until it gets to a nice thickness like the one in the cell. So just thin it out roughly like that. It also depends on how big your cell is. Mine is like, I don't know, about maybe half a rule long. But you know, if you do one that's 2 feet long, then you'd make it slightly bigger. Or if you do one that's smaller, you'd make it slightly smaller. So, when it gets kind of like this, maybe thin it down a little more, or depending on how big your cell is, don't thin it down. And basically just smoothing out the cracks, try and make it as equal in size as possible. Like that. And now you get it to a certain size. I'll just use it this big to show you guys. And you make little ribosomes on it. Now, ribosomes are very, very easy to make. They are literally just little pink balls. Oh, well, you know, that's how I did them. You can use whatever color you want, or make them however big you want. So, you get them, you roll them around in your fingers. See that? They're little. And try not to follow a pattern, just put it on organically, like that. Like, squish it on, make it a little bigger. And make sure it bumps out a little, because we don't want it to blend in completely. We want to see the spot so that, like, it looks more, well, I want to say real, but none of this is entirely real, so just realistic. So you just put them on the ER, and well, yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with like 10 minutes of me doing this, so you just keep on doing that. Now, the way that you roll it up is, it's a bit like, try and make it, again, an organic motion like I've done here. Make it sort of curve around like this. Try doing it like this. So, I'm gonna put it on the ground because it's easy to work with. So, try, maybe, I don't know, make it go like that. And it twirls around and goes like that. You see? Like that. Kind of like that. You can do it however way you like. This is how I did it. Alright. And the smoothie R is obviously just pretty much flat, like this. You just don't put anything on it. Make all of your, I would suggest making all of your endoplasmic reticulum in one go. You will probably need 3, maybe 4 of these. I used 4 just in case. So, anyway, we'll move on to the next organelle, which is the ribosome. Well, we've covered that bit. I'll cover it one more time. Tiny bit of plasticine. Roll it up in a bowl. Easy. Alright then. Next one on our list is the Golgi apparatus. You use red for this one. Oh, well, you know, I used red for this one. It's right there. It goes right next to the nucleus. Like that. So, what you want to do is you want to sort of make a smooth kind of triangle, and you want your triangle to be bigger than the apparatus. So if you want the apparatus to be a certain size, then make the triangle bigger, because you're pretty much folding it up. It's like folding paper, pretty much, except this is plasticine. So, make a kind of triangle. Now, again, it depends on the size of your cell. I'm just going to stick with, like, a little more, and then that. It doesn't have to be equal at all sides. Just has to be kind of like a standard triangle. I wouldn't suggest making it scalene, because then, like, if all the sides are uneven, it just sort of messes things up for you. Alright, let's go. You get this part, you fold it over like that. You see that? I folded it like that. Then you fold the next bit over like that. That reminds me, make it as flat as possible. As you can see, I've made the mistake of making it kind of thick. Alright. And then you fold over again and again, and this didn't turn out as well as I thought it would, but you get the basic idea on how to do it. Alright. Next one. The Centrioles. Now, the centrioles are groups of 9 microtubes. So they're these ones, and they go around in pairs. So if you're going to put them there, then you might want to put 2 together. I used purple for this. So you get a certain amount, and now you'd probably want to try roll it into a star generally. I would just roll it into a cylinder. Like that, kind of. See? Like this. And once you have a kind of cylinder shape, and like I said before, and I'll say it again, minimal cracks, get a little more purple, and you make 9 little, or well, equivalent to 9 little roll thingies that you put on top, because trying to make a star shape is honestly just going to be too difficult. So, like, just don't even try. Take my word for it. I tried. It was difficult. Alright, so you got this. Measure roughly how long it is. Again, depending on how big your cell is, you'll make a certain size. Put it like that. Try and make it fade in a bit. You don't have to make it fade in too much, just enough to make it go to a certain extent in, like that. And then, again, measure. Put them fairly close together, but like not directly next to each other. So, like, well, like, you know, that's what I would do. You put them like that. Next one. Like that. Next one. Like that. Next one is like that. And so on and so on. Now, before doing this, but after making the cylinder, I would measure, like, how big it is. Just to, you know, depend on where you put them and how long you make them. Like the little strips, etc., etc. Right, next one are the Lysosomes. So, They are the recycling crew of the cell, and they're produced by the Golgi apparatus. It's this one right here. So they have yellow on the inside and a sort of green, light green membrane. So you use yellow first of all, and I just did this. I made it a cylinder shape, but you kind of want to make it like a flat cylinder, like that. So sort of, again, like all the other organelles, minimize cracks, because cracks just look forced or rough. You make it more smooth and looks that much better, and you get that much better a mark. So, sort of like that, like a plasticine cake that you're gonna put in your cell model. So just try with your finger, smoothing out the cracks. Remember, for this yellow part, the only part that's going to be seen is the top, because everything else is going to be covered in the light orange membrane, or whatever color you are using. Now, you get this, and you flatten it out, roughly as thick as this is. Now, it can look bad here, and it can look bad underneath. It just can't look bad on the top. Same with this. It can look bad on the inside, on the bottom. Can't look bad on the top, or on the side that you're using. So once more, no cracks. And as you flatten it out, you sort of try fusion it onto a main part. So you go around like a tire on a wheel, and sort of try attach it. Don't make the yellow part look too small. Just sort of push it on a certain fashion, like that. Except I used slightly too little plasticine. Or did I? I don't know. It can kind of fit. I should have flattened it out a little more. But that's a mistake you won't make, because I just told you. So, the bottom, once again, it doesn't matter too much. But the top, you should make look good. Sort of like forge them both together. Like that, kind of. Except maybe try to make the green look a little more like, not a perfect circle, but just sort of consistent all around. So, you make it look kind of like this. Roughly like that. Alright. And finally we have the vacuoles. Now the vacuoles are number 12, and they're basically just a white flat cylinder with an outside that's dark blue. Now, get white, and like we did with the Lysosomes, we just basically do the same thing. We flatten this out, though you should make them slightly smaller, and with, like, the membrane doesn't have to go towards the inside. Once again, flatten out, and put this around. Like that, except all around. Alright, I'm not going to continue this any further. I think you've seen what you need to see. If you haven't and would like to see more, then please leave a comment below and a like. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can keep up with my channel and continue the series and like the videos in this series. Well, just have a great day, and look out for the next video, which is coming out soon, which is assembly of the cell model. Bye.